listening to the Tiny Vet Podcast with me, Dr. Nicole Su, veterinarian, and my fiance,
comedian,
Jez Watts.
Hello.
Training in neuroscience.
Yeah, well, not still actively training. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Past training
yeah.
in neuroscience.
Yeah, neuroscience, among some other things. Genetics and various.
I always forget the genetics part.
Yeah, so have I.
And today we're going to be talking about meat meal.
Huh?
Meat. So meat meal.
Like what you eat. Meat
yes.
meals.
Yeah, I'm very carnivorous. Anyway, meat meal is a product which is pretty much just ground up like bone and organs and skin.
Sounds
and
delicious.
Some muscle.
Yeah, great. I was gonna say it's one thing that you're missing is muscle. Yeah, sure.
But
so it's ground up meats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of various descriptions.
Cool.
And also bone and connective tissue and cartilage.
These like sausages?
Yeah, well, it's probably pretty similar to like really, really cheap sausages.
Okay.
But one thing that people really freak out is seeing meat and bone meal on packaging.
Okay, right.
Because
it doesn't sound delicious.
No, but they have the exact same reaction that you do, and they go, "Oh my god, it's snouts and buttholes and like colons and stuff like that."
Yeah, sure.
But nutritionally, it's actually much, much more complete than just plain muscle meat, which is what we were used to eating.
So muscle meat is like if you have a steak or whatever.
Yeah, so that's just a muscle from the body. So like a thigh muscle or the steaks that we have are backstrap muscles.
Mm-hmm.
So the muscles along the spine.
Mm-hmm.
And muscle meat's actually deficient in a lot of vitamins and minerals.
Okay.
Which are much richer in organ meats and skin and connective tissue.
Oh, yeah, so, I think like isn't liver like super nutritional?
Yeah, so liver is
but
really
it
high.
sounds gross. I don't
It
wanna
sounds
eat liver.
gross. Liver is very high in vitamin A.
Yeah, right.
Calcium. Kidneys are very high in calcium.
I guess bones are high in calcium.
Bones are high in calcium as well. But a lot of people blanch and they go, "Oh my god, we want it to be proper meat."
Yeah,
but
sure. It feels like it's cheap meat.
Yeah, but nutritionally speaking, this is actually proper meat. And a lot of people go, "Well, he's a dog or he's a cat, and we want them to eat meat." And if you think about the composition of a carcass, of a whole animal carcass, a whole dead animal,
right?
Meat and bone meal is actually much closer in nutritional composition to a whole dead animal than the muscle meat mince that you buy at the store.
But like a dog in the wild's not going to eat the bones, right?
They do.
Okay, right. Fair enough.
So they will eat bone and cartilage.
I suppose I shouldn't have any confidence about my animal knowledge. No, listen, I reckon I probably I've read books that had dogs in them, so.
What they actually do is that they crack the bones out of the marrow.
Yeah,
the marrow is very high in fat. It's delicious.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, sure. You eat chicken feet. I don't know what you don't know what delicious is.
Also delicious.
No, it's stupid.
But people shouldn't get queasy about that stuff because it's so much better.
Right. Okay.
Than just chicken breast. Like chicken breast, high in protein.
Right.
Low in a lot of other essential vitamins and minerals.
Okay. Right.
So it's not a good source of soul nutrition, but that's what we're used to seeing. That's what doesn't make us squeamish, when we think about meat.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I don't even I only want my meat to be like a specific cut.
No bones.
That's no bones. Pre-packaged and served to me in plastic from the supermarket or whatever. Like we were in Shanghai together.
Oh my
god!
And
they brought out a pigeon. They brought out a pigeon as the dish, and it still had the head looking at me, and I was like, "This is not how meat is." And then, like, it was only afterwards that I was thinking, like, "Well, that really is how meat is." Like,
yeah,
most of these animals have heads before you see them.
Yeah, absolutely,
But it makes me feel gross to think about that. I want like a specific cut only.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a westernized view or whatever, but or an industrialized view.
Yeah, industrialized.
But you're exactly right. It makes me feel weird to think about bones or eyeballs or yeah.
But if you think about a whole prey diet, really that's so much closer to it than just a steak. So you shouldn't feel weird, or you shouldn't go, "Oh, that's a lower quality product." If it's meat meal and meat byproducts, because that's kind of actually what they're supposed to eat.
Yeah. Okay.
So one example that really highlights how bad muscle meat and just muscle meat is for you is there's a disease called metabolic bone disease.
Okay.
And it occurs in reptiles and everything, but it occurs, especially here in Australia, magpies that are fed just plain minced beef or plain minced other meat, so chicken, pork, whatever.
Wait, people keep magpies at home?
No, they feed them. They feed the wild magpies. It's really common here. I really don't like it.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
I thought everybody hated magpies.
Because of the soup, but I mean, they're very charming animals once you get to know them.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
But they feed a lot. These magpies are fed just plain minced beef or plain muscle meat.
Right.
It's very deficient in calcium, and actually it slowly kills them. Because what happens...
then they're not hungry because they're full of muscle meat.
Yeah, they're full of muscle meat, so they go, okay, well, I'll feel fine, and they keep going back to the person who obviously just feeds them more and more.
Yeah, right.
But they slowly die because the lack of calcium causes bone deformities.
Whoa.
Yeah, because calcium's a very important mineral in the body. Like, your heart and muscles can't function without it.
Yeah, I guess you should never just eat all one thing
100%.
anyway, right?
But the animal doesn't know that, and they go, well, this is a source of food that fills me up. Fantastic, this is really good.
Right.
But what happens is that because calcium's so important, as your blood levels drop, your body absorbs it from your bones.
Okay.
And it causes the bones to weaken.
Right.
And then you end up with pathological fractures, so broken bones, bent bones as well, and because they're still wild animals, these magpies eventually just die.
Right. That's real sad.
That's very sad, but also a really stark story to show you that
it's also now I'm on the side of magpies. Now I'm like, I like these guys.
But
they're the
actually,
underdog
like,
to me
meat
now.
meal and meat byproducts are not. They're not. It's not a dirty word. It's not a dirty thing.
Yeah, it's like more wide, like more complete, I suppose, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do not fear when you see these on packages. The Tiny Vet podcast is brought to you by Upilio. Sources for our topics can be found at upilio.io. Outro music by Matt Charleston.